All right, now let's do this in the key of D. everybody, welcome to Wednesday. If you've been here before, you know right here is where we normally have a little theme song. And I've been really fortunate to have theme songs written and sung by Lisa Webb and Bob Tigert, and Racer Grimace, and Lil Rev. But we're not going to play one of those tonight. We're going to play something new. So we're going to still start the show with a kind of a theme song of sorts. But it's a whole song that somebody wrote. If you know Charlotte wrote an entire song, and the Carter Kids, a group that she's part of, recorded this song. So it's really touching. I'm a little embarrassed, but it's really touching that someone would take the time to do that, and then that whole group would take the time to put it all together. So I'm going to play that. I'm going to show the lyrics on the screen. I'm not going to show the chords. I don't want you to play. We'll play this another time. I just want you to watch them in all their little squares. And I want you to listen. I want you to look at the words. I'll have those scrolling, but I'm not going to have the chords. So you don't need to tell me in the comments that the chords are missing. I intentionally am omitting the chords. Okay? All right. So here is the Carter Kids with a song titled Mr. Wednesday Night.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, grab your uke, slap on a smile. We'll be here for a little while. An hour of music, laughs and light with Ukulele Gent on a Wednesday night. We warm up first, we shake off stress, a little lesson. Do our best, strum and chuck and sing out strong. Before you know it, you're playing along. Tune in, tune up, everybody play. Mr. Wednesday Night is here today. Friends and family far and near, pick up your ukes and gather here. Special guests might drop on by, harmony reaching to the sky. If a cool collaboration is what you seek, find a little joy here every midweek. For so many years we've laughed and played, built a family that never fades. No matter where you're tuning in from, everybody's welcome, everyone. Tune in, tune up, and sing out loud. From your living room, join with the crowd. Beginners, pros, it all feels right. Oh, welcome to Wednesday night. Tune in, tune up, everybody play. Mr. Wednesday Night is here to stay. Strumming, chuck, and singing bright. Oh, welcome to Wednesday Night with Ukulele Gent, a family of friends.
Isn't that just the best? Charlotte, thank you very much. The Carter Kids are Charlotte Weens, Michael August, Diane Poole, and Jim Allen. Jim Allen was on the trombone. I believe that's a trombone, which I think is awesome. So I don't know if Jim's here, but Jim, the trombone was amazing. Michael August doing a bunch of the stuff. Diane doing a bunch of stuff. And Charlotte wrote that, and obviously Charlotte was singing lead. So thank you all. I feel like tonight's like a variety show. We got a lot of like funky little stuff tonight. So I'm not saying that's funky, but we got a lot of different stuff. So thank you very much. I love it. It's great. All right. Okay. So if you're here for the first time, that's a little different. We normally don't start like that. Also, if you see someone, like if you don't see someone in the comments that should be here, text them, send them a message saying, "Hey, where are you?" Let's get people here. We're about to start. All right. So again, if you're new here, We're going to do 10 songs tonight. That doesn't count. We're going to do 10 songs tonight. One of them I'll explain when we get there if you're here for the first time. If you've been tuning in each week, you know what we're doing. We're trying to memorize a song. Someone is messaging me. Okay. Sometimes I have to look because they'll tell me something like we can't hear you or anyway. So let's go here. Enough talking. Let's come here. Our first song is Knee Deep. Green, if you're here for the first time, green means we're just playing chords. We're not singing the green parts. And you'll see in various parts of various songs, you'll see down arrows. That typically just means like a single down strum on that chord. Yep. F. Gonna put the world away for a minute, pretend I don't live in it. Sunshine's gonna wash my blues away. Had sweet love, but I lost it. Got too close, so far, now I'm lost in the world, trying to find me a better way. Wishing I was knee deep in the water somewhere. Got the blue sky breeze and it don't seem fair. Only worry in the world is the tide gonna reach my chair. Sunrise, there's fire in the sky. Never been so happy, never felt so high. I think I might have found me my own kind of paradise. Wrote a note, said be back in a minute. Bought a boat and I sailed off in it. Don't think anybody's gonna miss me anyway. Mind on a permanent vacation. The ocean is my only medication. Wishing my condition ain't never gonna go away. Cause now I'm knee deep in the water somewhere. Got the blue sky breeze blowing wind through my hair. Only worry in the world is the tide gonna reach my chair. Sunrise, there's a fire in the sky. Never been so happy, never felt so high. I think I might have found me my own kind of paradise. The champagne's sure washing over me. It's a sweet, sweet life, living by the salty sea. One day you could be lost as me. Change your geography. Baby, you might be knee deep in the water somewhere. Got the blue sky breeze blowing wind through my hair. Only worry in the world is the tide gonna reach my chair. Sunrise, there's fire in the sky. Never been so happy, never felt so high. I think I might have found me my own kind of paradise. Going in the water's nice. Find yourself a little life. Grab a backpack of lies. You never know until you try. When you lose yourself, you find the key to paradise. All right. Hello, Susan Westfall. Hello, Cousin Brad. All right. There we go. Again, if you're here for the first time, this is what we do. This is how it works. And chatting in the comments really is a big part of this. Every time we end, I always get a count. And I count how many people were here, because I'd like to know. And I get a count of how many comments were made. Anyway, I just like that there's lots of comments. I can't keep up with them all, but it means you're chatting and making friends and saying hello to friends you've already made, and it's great. I love it. Hello, Mary Kame Thompson. My sister lives in Palm Coast, Florida. She lives in the R section. No one else knows what that means, but if you live in Palm Coast, you do. Okay, that is, what was that, song 2? All right, like I said, we've got sort of a weird little mix of a variety show tonight. And the next song, we're going to have someone else lead, which is really cool. Let me check. Let me make sure I got this right here. Nope, I want that. Yep. Okay, so we're going to have someone else lead this next song. If you go to the west coast of Florida and then head north, you will hit Oregon. Sorry, my headphones are all twisted. You'll hit Oregon, and then over sort of near the coast, there's a little town called Beaverton, Oregon, near Portland, in which this wonderful woman named Patty Roberts lives in Beaverton, Oregon. And Patty is going to lead the next song. I'll let her talk about it, but Patty is going to lead the next song. So, Patty, are you ready? Hello, Patty.
Hi, Greg.
Hi.
Hi, everybody. I found this cool song, sweet little song that's just got 2 chords. And I thought, who doesn't love a 2-chord song in the lineup? And so Greg said that I could share it with you tonight. That's what I'm going to do. And I keep having to record it over because it keeps saying it's in the key of G, but it's not. It's in the key of D. So at least I got that right this time. So it's going to open on the D chord. It just alternates between D and G, the 1 and the 4. And it's just based on a children's game, like a circle game that kids used to play outdoors and do. I don't know if they still do. And I think it originates from the deep south. But I fell in love with it, and I hope that you guys like it too. So let's see if I can get it done without any hitch for you. Here we go. When I go by Baltimore, need no carpet on my floor. Come along, follow me. We'll go down to Galilee. Green, green, rocky road. You promenade in green. Tell me who you love. Tell me who you love. See that crow up in the sky. He don't walk, he just fly. He don't walk, he don't run. Keep on flapping to the sun. Green, green, rocky road. You promenade in green. Tell me who you love. Tell me who you love. Little Miss Jane, run to the wall. Don't you stumble, don't you fall. Don't you sing, don't you shout. When I sing, come running out. Green, green, rocky road. You promenade in green. Tell me who you love. Tell me who you love. Hookah, dooka, soda cracker. Does your mama chew tobacco? If your mama chew tobacco, hookah, dooka, soda cracker. Green, green, rocky road. Promenade in green. Tell me who you love. Tell me who you love. When I go by Baltimore, need no carpet on my floor. Come along, follow me. There's a man in Galilee. Green, green, rocky road. Promenade in green. Tell me who you love. 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 There you go. Hope you like it. And warning, probably going to be an earworm for you. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Patty Roberts, everybody! That's so nice. All right. I probably shouldn't say this. So Patty said, "Hey, Greg, this is a great song. You should really, this might be a good song." So I said to her, and she meant it would be a good song for me to lead on Wednesday. So I said to her, "Well, why don't you do it? Why don't you do that?" So then she did. Very sweet. So thank you, Patty. Loved it. Really, really like that. We'll do that one again for sure. Okay, we'll just keep moving along here. Let's show something here. We do a tiny bit, not very much here, but a tiny bit of instruction. If you know this song, the song is Rainbow Connection. There's a really simple picking pattern on here. I haven't played this in a long time or really practiced it for tonight, but that's it. So you're just hitting, 0 means open. So you're playing that string open and you're just moving from left to right. So you're playing it like this. And then you go into the song. So it's kind of a real simple thing to do, but you could practice that. All the chords and lyrics, if you're new, I distribute these for free every week. You don't have to have them, but if you want them to keep digitally on a tablet, or some people print them out, I would recommend a tablet. Binders get very thick. Anyway, if you want that, you can just sign up on Patreon. And you can get all the chords and lyrics every week. I usually send them out on Sunday or Monday. Why are there so many songs about rainbow? What's on the other side? Rainbows are vision, but only illusion, and rainbows have nothing to hide. So we've been told, and some choose to believe it. I know they're wrong, wait and see. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. Who said that every wish could be heard and answered when wished on the morning star? Somebody thought of that, and someone believed it. Look what it's done so far. What's so amazing that keeps us stargazing? What do we think we might see? Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. All of us under its spell, we know that it's probably magic. Have you been half asleep, and have you heard voices? I've heard them calling my name. Is this the sweet sound that calls to young sailors? The voice might be one and the same. I've heard it too many times times to ignore it. It's something that I'm supposed to be. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. La da da dee da da doo. La da 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 doo. Love it, love it, love it. Really nice song. Yes, Kermit did sing that song. I was gonna do that in my Kermit voice, but that would go very, very poorly. I can think what it sounds like in my head, but I'm not even willing to try it right here. I know he says like hi ho, Kermit D Frog. All right, good song. And this is a good song too. Somebody, I saw some comment about the headstock on my uke. Let me come back to full screen here. So the headstock on my uke. This is a Mayamoe uke. When you see that, you just know it doesn't say Mayamoe. It does on the inside, but it doesn't say it up here like a lot of ukes. But that is the symbol of a Mayamoe when you see that. They're handmade. I think I saw Carrie in the comments. Carrie from near Chicago, the Chicago area, and makes these like from scratch. They're beautiful, and you can go to his website and you can pick out the wood, the wood that you want here, and the wood that you want here, and what you want here. I mean, you can design everything about it, which is really, really cool. You also can learn about wood, and you know, some wood sounds, you'll hear the term bright. You know, oh, that's a bright sounding spruce, very bright sounding wood. Koa, very warm sounding wood. So you can learn about wood on his site too, because having a pretty uke is cool. Having a uke that sounds amazing is really what you're after, and sounds the way you want. Okay, so anyway, where were we? Singing? Playing? I can see you laying back in a satin dress, in a room where you do what you don't confess. Sundown, you better take care if I find you've been creeping round my back stairs. Sundown, you better take care if I find you've been creeping round my back stairs. She's been looking like a queen in a sailor's dream, and she don't always say what she really means. Sometimes I think it's a shame when I get feeling better when I'm feeling no pain. Sometimes I think it's a shame when I get feeling better when I'm feeling no pain. I can picture every move that a man could make. Getting lost in your lover is the first mistake. Sundown, you better take care if I find you've been creeping round my back stairs. Sometimes I think it's a sin when I feel like I'm winning and I'm losing again. Here we go. I can see her looking fast in a faded jean. She's a hard-loving woman, got me feeling mean. Sometimes I think it's a shame when I get feeling better when I'm feeling no pain. Sundown, you better take care if I find you've been creeping round my back stairs. Sundown, you better take care if I find you've been creeping round my back stairs. Sometimes I think it's a sin when I feel like I'm winning, when I'm losing again. Wow, I hear a lot. I see a lot of Maya Moe chat in the comments. I got bit by an ant this morning. Walking outside, I was trimming a branch, a big weed we'll call it, and I got bit by an ant, and I can feel it. Like, I feel sort of fluish, so if my voice sounds a little wonky, blame the ant, because I'm telling you, it's the ant. How can an ant with the tiniest amount of ant poison, how can that affect a big human like me? It's weird. Very strange. All right, so we're going to continue with our variety show ensemble tonight. We've got a really big, not a fire ant, a little bitty. Maybe it is a fire ant, but it was tiny. You could barely see it. I thought it was a freckle. Okay, back to what I was saying. I was looking at comments and interacting. Our variety show. So the next song is Don't Be Cruel. Let me show you some chords. There you go. Don't Be Cruel. And we're going into the vault, the collaboration vault. And collaborations, if you've never been here, collaborations are these little videos you make, and there's little squares, and you're able to fill in each square with something else. Ukulele, kazoo, singing, harmony, whatever. But I like doing them. They're a lot of fun. But this is Don't Be Cruel, and I did this with some amazing talent. Charla, who you saw, this is like Charla's show. We kicked off the show with Charla. But Charla is doing backup with Lisa Webb and with Amy Kuchark. You might have heard all of those names before. So, they helped out. I asked and they said yes. So here is Don't Be Cruel with Charla and Amy and Lisa. You know I can't be found sitting all alone. Hey, you can't come around. At least please telephone. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. Baby, if I made you mad for something I might have said, please don't forget my past. The future looks bright ahead. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. I don't want no other love, baby, it's just you I'm thinking of. Don't stop thinking of me, don't make me feel this way. Come on over here and love me. You know what I want you to say. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. Why should we be apart? I really love you, baby, cross my heart. Let's walk up to the preacher, let us say I do. Then you'll know you'll have me, and you know that I'll have you. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. I don't want no other love, baby, it's just you I'm thinking of. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. I don't want no other love, baby, it's just you I'm thinking of. Thanks, y'all.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Hey, if you ever have the chance to have backup singers, say yes. It's the best thing. I love it. Absolutely love it. Just reading some comments. Hello, Irene. Hello, Vicky. Andy Pfluger. How you doing, man? All right, what do we got next? We have a silly song next. I just wondered the song I've, attempted, written a few songs, and there's often a reason. Something happens, or somebody says something, or there's usually a reason. I wonder about the songwriting inspiration, because it's called The Chicken in Black. And it's about Johnny Cash's brain being put in the head of a chicken. And I just really wonder, I'm like, somebody woke up one day and they said, you know what would be perfect for Johnny Cash to sing? A song about his brain being put in a chicken. Anyway, it's called The Chicken in Black. And it's funny. Very funny. I don't know if you've ever heard this song before. You have an E in this song. You can play an E7. I think I'm going to play an E7. Yeah, if you watch the Chicken, Nancy is commenting on the Chicken in Black video on YouTube. It's so old school, like music videos. And it's Johnny Cash, right, in the video. It's hilarious. So check it out. The Chicken in Black. Johnny Cash. So somebody wrote this song for, who was it? For Gary Gentry. That's weird. That's almost my name. For Johnny Cash to sing. I don't know if he wrote it and then said, hey, Johnny, I got this great song. I got the perfect song for your next concert. But, okay, so other than the E, if you see that A sharp, excuse me. If you see that A sharp, it's B flat. But because we're in the key of A on song, we'll do that. Christine Daniel loves the chicken song. D, E7, and A. For 2 long years my head hurt bad, so a doctor checked me and he shook his head. He said, sorry to tell you, but your body's outlived your brain. He said, I know this doctor in New York, son, he'll fix you right up with a brand new one. So the head doctor met me when I stepped off of that train. He said, we had this bank robber killed last night. His body's shot, but his brain's all right. I'll give you a transplant, boy, and you'll be okay. I got my new brain in and I was feeling great, and I went right back to Nashville with no headache, but something strange happened when I walked in the bank one day. I said, stick 'em up, everybody, I'm robbing this place. Drop all of your money in my guitar case. Nobody moved, nobody reached for that door. Well, a lady said, why, you're Johnny Cash. I said, no, ma'am, I'm the Manhattan Flash, and I am the best bank robber in New York. Now the other night, Roy Acuff called me and said, John, I'd like for you to do the Opry. So I went out on stage, but I couldn't sing. I got in half a verse as I walked the line, and something snapped in this head of mine. I yelled, stick 'em up, give me your money, your watches, and your rings. Key change, ready? That's our key change, everybody. B flat. Well, I called New York and I talked to the brain quack. I said, Doc, I gotta get my brain back. He said, sorry, Mr. Cash, but I can't do that. He said, I put your brain in a chicken last Monday. He's singing songs and making lots of money, and I got him signed to a 10-year recording contract. Now, friends, if you see me walking down the street, remember what you see ain't necessarily me, and if I try to hold you up, don't pay me no mind. But when you got $10 that you can blow, you ought to catch that Johnny Chicken show. He's doing fairs and concert dates up and down the line. I said, stick 'em up, everybody, I'm robbing this place. Drop all of your money in my guitar case. Don't nobody move, nobody reach for that door. Well, a lady said, why, you're Johnny Cash. I said, no, ma'am, I'm the Manhattan Flash, and I am the best bank robber in New York. Good one, right? Again, I really wonder about the inspiration. Yeah, the key change was sort of tricky. It was a little tricky for me too. I don't play all these songs a lot, so. What do we have left? Oh, we got 4 songs. We got lots of time. Okay, so we're doing it again. If you're here for the first time, I'll quickly explain. We are working towards memorizing a song, and that song is Stand By Me. And we started out by using normal chords and lyrics, displaying on the screen. And then we did a couple of weeks of using chords and lyrics with the Nashville numbering system. Then we're doing a couple weeks with just an X showing where the chord changes, but we're not telling you what chord it is. I will tell you what key we're in. We're in the key of C. And a lot of you said that you've learned it. And that's awesome. And some of you are saying you're working on it. You're having a hard time with the lyrics. Anyway, the fact that you're trying is great. I don't have a ton of songs memorized, I'll be honest. But I do like having, a handful of songs you can just pick up the uke and start playing. So that's what we're going to do. Somebody asked about, can I tell the strumming pattern for each song? There is no one answer to that. I mean, a lot of times here, I'm just doing an island strum. Sometimes if it's a little different, I'll tell you that. But a lot of times it's just an island strum because it's a play along. We don't want to do anything too crazy because we want you to play along and not say, I can't keep up. What's he doing? And as you play more and more, you kind of realize that, hey, you can pick your pattern. You can do the strum that you want. But I will try to keep in mind, if we're doing something different, to do what I said, explain that. Okay. That's it. So stand by me. Okay, so are you ready? So let's do a quick, this is what you're going to see. So don't freak out when you don't see, C, F, G, A minor. This is all you're going to see. That's in the key of C. So we start with C. We go to A minor. We go to F, G. The whole song, C, A minor, F, G. And I don't do the intro. I'm not in this particular thing we're doing. You'll see in a second. I was out today. I just wanted to do this somewhere. So here is Stand By Me. And good luck playing along. And it's really good for your brain if you make your brain remember. Instead of just looking over real quick at your cheat sheet, try to make your brain remember. C, A minor, F, G. You can do it. Okay, here we go. Wait. Okay, now I'm ready. Yep. Hey, folks. It's time for Stand By Me again. Have you been practicing this off book? I hope so. I hope it's not getting old. I hope it's useful, and I hope it's helping you get confidence that you can memorize a song and just show up anywhere, in a park, without your iPad or your song sheets. Anyway, not necessary, but I think it's a good goal to have a couple pocket songs, memorized songs. When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see, no, I won't be afraid, no, I won't just as long as you stand by me. Darling, darling, stand by me. Whoa, stand by me. Whoa, stand by me. Stand by me. If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, or the mountains should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. Darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. Darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. All right, that's it. Back to that other guy. Bye. All right. Yes. Success. Moderate success. Better than last week, maybe. Who is working on trying? Who's practicing? Who's attempting this? I'd be curious. I'll stop for a minute and I want to see some comments. Because I really do think there's value in it. And I love a play along, and everything I do has chords and lyrics on the screen. So I completely support chords and lyrics on an iPad or a screen. But I also support maybe learning a couple songs by heart, off book, from memory. Yeah, Stephen Lawson. Yes, you're right. Great way to hear chord changes. You can just feel chord changes coming a lot of the times. Patty Roberts. Was the same shirt on purpose? No, I did. I was out today and I just swung by a Mead, M-E-A-D, like the drink, Mead Gardens in Winter Park. I just walked around the park and I had my uke with me. I'm like, I'll record something here. A little crowd was forming. It's always a strange feeling. Who's that weird guy with the ukulele in the woods? Okay. There is another intro that you could learn here. Could be kind of nice. Didn't really practice that, but again, pretty easy to learn those. If you do them enough and play that song enough, it's just a nice way to, nice way to start a song. Especially when you eliminate the talking in between the picking intro and the song. When this old world starts getting me down and people are just too much for me to face, I climb way up to the top of the stairs and all my cares just drift right into space. On the roof it's peaceful as can be, and there the world below can't bother me. Let me tell you now, when I come home feeling tired and beat, I go up where the air is fresh and sweet. I get away from the hustling crowd and all that rat race noise down in the street. On the roof's the only place I know where you just have to wish to make it so. Up on the roof. At night the stars put on a show for free. And darling, you can share it all with me. I keep on telling you that right smack dab in the middle of town, I found a paradise that's trouble-proof. And if this old world starts getting you down, there's room enough for two up on the roof. At night the stars put on a show for free. And darling, you can share it all with me. Up on the roof. Hello, Barbara Webb from California. Glad you're here. Okay, what do we got? 2 more songs. All right, just looking at some comments, seeing where people are from. I am playing E. Someone asked how I'm playing an E chord. I'm playing an E. I'm barring the 4th fret completely and then putting my pinky on the 7th fret. And that's nice because that's movable. If that's an E, if I move it down here, it's a D chord. If I want a D sharp, it's right here, so I can move that around. Movable chord, bar chord, very handy. Okay, let's look at this real quick. You've got a friend in me. lot of fun. The F sharp diminished. It's a G shape. If you look at the G, C, and E string, that's kind of a G shape. So if you get that G shape up there on the 2nd fret, that's sometimes good enough. And by that I mean if you don't get your pinky down there in time, because you're comfortable with making a G, you just need to put the G shape somewhere else. So if you make a point to try to get that, if you get good at that, then you can worry about putting your pinky down on the A string. I mean, there's a different sound, but it works. It can still work. There's a lot of chords in here, but a lot of them you just know. It's just a lot of the chords you might know all in one song. Let's do that again. So I'll mention the strum real quick. I'm just doing like down, down, up strums a lot in this, especially this part right here. Down, down, up, E7, down, down, up, A minor, down. Then it's hard to explain the whole strum. I'm just kind of going with feeling. So that's what I mean. It's I throw in a bunch of different strums here, so it's really hard. But in this part, I am using a lot of down, down ups in this little section. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. When the road looks rough ahead and you're miles from your nice warm bed, just remember what your old pal said, boy, you got a friend in me. 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 You got troubles, well I got them too. There isn't anything I wouldn't do for you. We stick together, we can see it through. Oh, you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. Some of the folks might be a little bit smarter than I am, bigger and stronger too. But none of them will ever love me the way I do. It's me and you, boy. And as the years go by, our friendship will never die. You're gonna see it's our destiny. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. Yeah, that's a fun one. Yeah, it's a lot of movement, a lot of chords. If you're newer to uke and you like that song, put it on your list. Like your stretch song, like your goal song that you want to get to and do. I'm going to play this last song. I just want to play it with a low G uke. But I really ant bite. Someone said go to the hospital maybe. No, I'm good. I've had this happen before. It's just like a 24-hour cold, 12-hour cold. It's weird. But that's what's happening to me. If you see me fall over during the last song of the night, call the police. Send them. There's people here that know my address. I'm not going to announce my address. But there's a lot of people listening who have been here, so they know where I live. All right, we're going to use a backing track for this last song. So let me get that ready. If you are, so I have a site, if you're new, I have a Patreon site. It's a teaching site that has lots of stuff. We do tutorials, a certain level, a certain tier has live lessons and group lessons twice a month. There's backing tracks, there's theory, there's all sorts of stuff. And I put stuff out multiple times per week. A lot of content. So you can go to patreon.com/ukelelegent. But one of the things is backing tracks, and they're a lot of fun to play along with because it really forces you to fit your strumming. Instead of just always your same island strum, you're fitting it to someone else's tempo and someone else's time signature. So, thanks, Terry, for doing that. Anyway, you'll hear this. I'll start it back again. So that's the backing track. It matches the song sheet that I'm going to show on the screen. I'll start it over. And you just play along. But again, it forces you to play with them, right? You're playing with that band. All right, enough talk about that. And you'll hear, listen. Listen. 2. So you can hear like the drummer doing like tick, 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 tick. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. A lot of fun. So let's start that again. C, G, C. You belong among the wildflowers. You belong in a boat out at sea. Sail away, kill off the hours. You belong somewhere you feel free. Run away, find you a lover. Go away somewhere all bright and new. I have seen no other who compares with you. You belong among the wildflowers. You belong in a boat out at sea. You belong with your love on your arm. Oh, goodness. The one thing I forgot to do tonight. All this preparation. All that preparation. And I forgot to put my my iPad that displays all the chords. I forgot to put that on Do Not Disturb. Which means you can't start a backing track in the middle. So we're going to do this song over, and then we will call it a night. So you get one more song. John Knight, for those that wanted one more song. And let me quickly put myself on Do Not Disturb, just in case they decide to call back. Oh, the best laid plans, you all. The best laid plans. Charlotte, that was you? Hi. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad. I know you're kidding. I think you're kidding. All right. Let's do this one more time. One more time. That was a good warm-up, right? You feel good about the second time? But I can point out, in the instrumental it goes... See those down arrows? So you're just going to the beat. F, E minor, A minor, D, G, normal strum. Right, so that happens a couple times. Here we go again. Sorry about that, everyone. C, G, back to C, F, C, G, back to C. You belong among the wildflowers. You belong in a boat out at sea. Sail away, kill off the hours. You belong somewhere you feel free. Run away, find you a lover. Go away somewhere all bright and new. I have seen no other who compares with you. You belong among the wildflowers. You belong in a boat out at sea. You belong with your love on your arm. You belong somewhere you feel free. Here we go. There's the G, F, A minor, and G. Run away, go find you a lover. Run away, let your heart be your guide. You deserve the deepest of cover. You belong in that home by and by. You belong among the wildflowers. You belong somewhere close to me, far away from your troubles and worries. You belong somewhere you feel free. You belong somewhere you feel free. Ready? F, A minor, and G. F, E minor, D, G. F, A minor, G, and C. Charlotte, that's funny. Charlotte said if you want to start a song over, just call me. I mean, like, while the play along is happening. You know, I have a checklist, and it says do not disturb, and I had so many other things to do tonight that I forgot that. So everyone who is here for the first time, glad you're here. Come every week. We do this every Wednesday at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. For all the folks that are here regularly, I really appreciate it, and I hope you have fun. Tell your friends about it. Tell your uke clubs about it. It's free. We've been doing this 6 years, six years and 2 months, and we're going to keep going. So glad you're here. Have a great rest of your week and a great weekend, and we'll see you next Wednesday at 7 o'clock Eastern Time right here on the Facebook. Take care, everyone. See you then. Bye.